I thank the member and I call the member for line.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Look, we just need to cut to the chase, no pun intended. To the average person in Australia who has a big dose of common sense, a cut usually means you are getting less next year than what you are getting this year. And just to put it in simple terms, there are no cuts because education spending by the Commonwealth over the term of this government has gone up by 27.4%. That's a massive increase. All the money that was committed in the forward estimates when this government was given the responsibility of the Treasury benches has been delivered. It hasn't been reduced, which is what a cut means. It's been increased by 27%. That's a massive increase. Now, what the opposition is going on about is not a cut. The projected increases, the blue sky figures that they pulled out of the air that were totally unbudgeted for, beyond forward estimates, they were signing up for things that no other government has ever done. They were promising people things that weren't in the forward estimates. They were one of the many landmines that they thought they could see they were heading for the exit door, so they thought, how are we going to have something to argue for the next couple of years? So they dreamt up these ridiculous blue sky figures that they knew in their heart of hearts they were never going to be able to deliver, and then they accuse us of reducing them. The increases that will happen in the latest forward estimates involve a 3.65% increase. The quantum of funding that's there under Gonski model will remain. That's what people need to remember. And an increase of 3.65% over the forward estimates, a total of $4.1 billion between government and non-government schools, is not a cut. So all this nonsense about Turnbull's cutting that is absolute rubbish. It's just a play on words. That's all it is. It's a play on words. So now let's just get down to what actually is important in education, because as those investment bankers want to say, let's monetise something. They equate quality with the spend. What the PISA results have shown us is that money isn't everything in education. We've all had great teachers. Teacher quality is probably the most. Teacher quality and parental engagements are two of the biggest predictors of student outcome. Now, you can't necessarily you can't buy parental engagement. Parents either do it or they don't. If you're not reading to your kids when you're little and being involved in their homework, checking up on them, going to parent-teachers, being involved in the school is very important. And dollars don't prevent or make parents get involved. They do it because they're good parents. Now, teacher quality is also important. We've all got teachers that we remember from even kindergarten, first through to high school. You've got teachers that have inspired you, or you remember every child, you ask your kids, oh, who are your good teachers? And they'll say Mr X or Mrs Y, she's really good. Oh, he's or she, or the opposite for teachers that don't engage them and encourage them and inspire them. So teacher quality, parental engagement, and also having a really strong curriculum.
The member for Layla will cease interjecting.
Having a really strong curriculum is what will deliver runs in the educational sense to Australian students. We want our PISA results to be going up. We want to catch up with our Asian neighbours to the north, who seem to be going ahead in leaps and bounds. There's been a rejuvenation and an interest in evidence-based and the benefits of phonics for reading and simple arithmetic skills, you know, a narrative in history and social sciences and all those things that build knowledge in young people. They're all so important. But let's just remind everyone of one thing. There are no cuts. It's just a play on words. Figures announced show that there's going to be an extra $1.5 billion. Over the forward estimates, 3.65% increase. There's already been a 27% increase in Commonwealth spending over the term of this government. We've honoured what we said we would spend in the Gonski, and we're committed to getting better educational outcomes.
I thank the member.